Hey, what's going on, guys? Jaron Brooks again here, and I decided that we're gonna talk about something I've been working on lately, and that is YouTube as something I could actually make some money from, something more than just making silly shorts in my bedroom, although that is exactly what I'm doing. Anyway, my point is, recently, about, I guess, a month ago-ish, just a little bit over a month ago, I decided I would start doing YouTube as not a job, because I'm not making money, obviously, there's no monetization tab here, but as a way to kind of push myself to do something that I've always wanted to do. YouTube has always been a dream of mine to make money from it, and so I decided, well, why not try? There's nothing stopping me from actually coming in and trying to make some money. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And you may or may not know that the ranking niche has been just an extremely lucrative niche the past maybe 3 to 4 months. I mean, it started in about 2025, like the beginning of 2025, this year, in January. It started to take off. But then it really took off in about March. And I mean, people were making bank. The people who got in early, they were making insane amounts of money. And so I decided, like any real YouTuber, I would hop on that bandwagon and I would try to follow the trends and make some money of my own. So far, I've not made any money, but I have seen stats like I've never seen before in my life. For example, I had a video get, let me try to think, what is my top video? Yeah, I guess the top 5 greatest apps of all time. I mean, it's nothing special. It's just some silly dap ups with editing that's honestly too over the top. However, it did well. 30,000 views is something that I've never seen before in my life, except on this video, which has 527,361 views. I uploaded this one random day in August on my break at Chick-fil-A, and it blew up. 527,000 views. That is a view count that I've never, ever seen before in my life. 970 comments. That video, obviously I'm not doing anything with it. Obviously I will never do anything with it. But that video kind of inspired me and showed me that there is more to be done on YouTube than just making silly videos of yourself in your bedroom, doing some stupid thing with your tech, getting 3 or 4 views, your only real fan being your girlfriend, okay? There is money to be made here. And I want to be one of the people to be making the money here. I can throw together one of these videos in about 5 minutes if I really try. The most time-consuming part is going to TikTok and finding the actual clips to edit together. But once I've amassed a good amount of clips, like say I have lots of clips. I'll add a screenshot of my folder in the video, but I have a folder with subfolders inside of those that have just clips upon clips upon clips that I think I could maybe use for videos that are from different categories. So I've got a folder that's just straight up daps, just so many daps, just crazy good daps. I've got goofy cars, I've got cute dogs, I've got military moments, I've got pranks now, I've got puppies and kitties and whatever else. I've got all kinds of clips. Finding the clips is the hard part. And you kind of have to have an eye for what typically blows up. Hold on, it's BeReal time. Like I was saying, you kind of have to have an eye for what does well on the internet these days. And depending on your niche, you kind of have to, not even depending on your niche, kind of just depending on your age range, you have to pick your clips carefully. Because say you are targeting 25-year-olds. So you're not going to want probably these. Actually, I don't even know. I haven't really done any clips for younger audiences. Say you're targeting little kids, like Gen Alpha. Say you're targeting probably 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds who are just on shorts, just scrolling on their mom's phone, going crazy, subscribing to every channel they see, leaving goofy comments. Maybe they even have their own YouTube channel. You're probably going to want to do like Roblox clips, or I don't even know what's popular with little kids these days. Basically, you have to pick your content carefully, because if you don't, not only do you risk just not finding your audience, but you also risk kind of having audience overlap, which is a good thing as long as you are doing content that is appropriate or, I guess, interesting for all of these different age ranges. Because say you have content geared towards older teenagers and young adults. Maybe it's kind of edgy, has some swearing in it. Maybe it's has clips of TV shows that little kids shouldn't know about. Maybe you're doing like Breaking Bad edits. Obviously, your target audience isn't going to be those 11-year-old kids, because this is not a kid show. This is not content for children. Or maybe instead you have a cartoon clips channel and you do like SpongeBob clips. Obviously, like SpongeBob is pretty timeless, so that's kind of a bad example, but your target audience is going to be the younger kids and not so much the older people. And the thing is, if you do have a channel that is kind of appropriate or interesting towards a much younger audience, that it is okay to have audience overlap from the older audience, because the content that you will be serving from the younger audience is appropriate for both audiences. And if it's interesting for both audiences, then you're doing pretty well. In fact, I would kind of encourage you, if you're just starting out, to kind of make content that's appropriate for all ages. Maybe have like light swearing if you're gonna have swearing, but like keep it minimal, keep it PG-13 at most. YouTube probably isn't gonna really push your channel, your content, if you're posting just like TV-14 to MA. I don't even know. Just the rating system for TV is different than what I would say for YouTube. So just don't post content that is super geared for only adults. Say you have a clip, one of your clips, say you're doing military moments like I did over here, and say you have a clip where it's just straight up gunfire. There's like, if there's an active war zone going on, you're not going to be wanting to upload that. That's just not appropriate for YouTube in general. But say there's lots of swearing. Say they drop multiple F-bombs in the span of a couple seconds. I would steer away from that kind of content too, just because, well, me personally, I don't want to be posting that, because what I post is kind of a reflection of myself. But also, if you don't really care about that, if morals go out the window and this is all about money for you, then that's great. But if that is the case, then you still probably want to stay away from that content, because of the way that YouTube pushes content is kind of dependent on its ad suitability sometimes, especially if you're monetized, which I'm not, so I can't really speak here. Take what I say with a grain of salt. But the way YouTube pushes content, it's going to actually know what's inside of your video. It's going to watch it. That's what those checks are for. It's not only for copyright. It's going to see what's in your video. It's going to make a transcript of your video. And if there's 500 F-bombs in the first 5 minutes, it's not really going to push that video unless it just goes crazy. And that is one thing to keep in mind. The YouTube algorithm is not at all predictable in some ways. In a lot of ways, it is predictable. But in other ways, you just can't predict it, especially if you have a small channel like me. There's just some things that you kind of have to guess. There's a lot of guesswork. Now, luckily, it's not all guesswork, but my advice is just to find clips that are appropriate for most audiences that you think your audience, your target audience, will enjoy. That's about it. Anyway, 225,000 views in the past 90 days. Kind of crazy. 1.2 thousand watch hours. 149 subscribers. I'm up to 644 subscribers. When I was 12 years old, I started a channel, and when I hit 10 subscribers, I threw myself a party. And now I'm at 644. thousand. 1.2 thousand watch hours. That is people who have watched my content for a total of 1.2 thousand hours. These 33-second videos add up to 1.2 thousand hours. That is never not going to be crazy to me. I'm going to stay on this grind. I'm going to keep y'all updated. And I'll see y'all on the other side.